What is up, everybody, and welcome back to The Intern. My name is Chadwell, and today, like always, an interesting video for you here on the channel. My best available waiver wire pickups. Now, I'm going to be honest. Usually when I do waiver wire pickups, I usually do anywhere from 60 to 100 availability. Today, I did more 40 because I want to talk about this. There's a lot of different things that could happen in your leagues. Maybe some people aren't picking up people for some odd reason. I want to talk about people that are more than likely maybe not available, but also has a great possibility at being available in certain leagues. There's 8, if I'm pretty sure, waiver wire pickups. So we're going to go through all of them. We're going to talk about why, and we're going to just have a fun time here on the channel like we always do. What's new? The Intern's always the funnest place to go, and I always want to see the notes. Let's get started with Naji Marshall. Naji Marshall is probably not in your league right now. In mine, he got picked up literally today because Naji Marshall has been elite for the Mavericks, and it's only because there's no one to play. There's nobody that's healthy. You have Kyrie out for the season, Anthony Davis maybe out for the season, maybe fantasy-wise out for your season. You have, why am I blanking? PJ Washington, that's starting to come back. You have Derek Lively, Daniel Gafford, they're all out. Naji Marshall has the interesting kind of capabilities of playing a small forward, power forward that fits a lot of the people that's injured right now. Same otherwise, you have, oh my nose, I'm about to sneeze. Not today. Otherwise, you have, Jaden Hardy that's out. You have all these guards that are out. And with all the guards out, guess who's able to play make a lot? The guy who can play make, Naji Marshall. Near triple-double the other day. Naji Marshall has been insane. If you have Naji Marshall ability, you have the ability to get Naji Marshall in your league, you got to do it. Naji Marshall has been insane recently. He's putting up great PRAs. He has some defensive capabilities. It's great to pick him up. Up next, we have Zach Collins. This is more of a potential dynasty as well. But if Vucevic is out, Collins is going to be the starter. And if anything, Vucevic might take some time to come back. He had a minute restriction the other day. Collins still was the starter and played well. If anything, I think Zach Collins could be, and I don't think this is 100%, I don't think he's a future center for the Bulls, could be the starter of the center for the Bulls next season. And I say this because I think Vucevic is likely out, and I think the Bulls could focus on a young center, but not start him right away. Keep Zach Collins as a starter right away. Zach Collins has a insane kind of fantasy. I think he's a better fantasy aspect than in real life. He can pass. He's more of a stretch center. He can shoot. He has just all the capabilities of being a great fantasy asset. Now, in real life, not the best. And that's what sucks about fantasy, is because you could be really good fantasy-wise, but you can kind of suck in like real life scenarios. Look, Sabonis for the Kings is so good, does so well for us. He averages so great. Real life-wise, the Kings have sucked. And even though he's doing all that, there's nothing he can do that can fix that. Winning basketball means a little bit more than just our fantasy, truthfully. This kind of sucks to say. I disagree, personally. But Zach Collins, good pickup when Vucevic is out, and there's a good possibility it could be on for the next couple of, could be the star for the next year, possibly. Up next, we have Caris LeVert. Wow, oh wow. The Atlanta Hawks are in this weird area where they don't know what to do with their team. I think Landry Fields is like, do I want to tank, do I not? And just flips a coin and decides if he's going to tank or not. Today, and probably during the trade deadline, it said we are going to tank. So the players are injured. We look at Jalen Johnson. Clint Capella's been injured for a little bit. Right now, Caris LeVert's playing the 6-man role, but when Tre's out, he kind of gets the starter position a little bit. Even then, he's obviously a main player for them right now. And that's crazy to say, but Caris LeVert, he's obviously going to shoot the ball. If you're in a points league, he's going to be very, very nice. If you're in a 9-cat league, it might be a little more difficult for you because he might not get all the round stats, but he's going to get you those point stats. I think Caris LeVert, when it comes down to it, is going to be more than likely helping your team more than hurting your team. And I think that the fact is that he's going to get minutes for this Atlanta Hawks team that obviously wants to try to win, but at the same time, not. And Caris LeVert is one of the players that are going to get the ball more. And if let's be honest here. In fantasy, when you're on a bad team and you're getting touches, more than likely you're going to be decent for somebody's team. Caris LeVert has proven in the past couple of days that he can really elevate his game. Up next, we have Quentin Grimes. More than likely, he is not on your waiver wire. I wanted to include him just in case. And I'm just going to be completely honest with you. In my league, he was taken like 2 weeks ago. In another league I saw, he got taken just a couple days ago. Like, it's very rare for him to be out there, but if he is, please pick him up. He has more 40-point games than Paul George. This Sixers team is done already for the year. They're just going to keep on playing him. It's more than likely good to keep him. There's nothing bad about keeping him. Then you look at next year. Jared McCain's coming back. Maybe they take away from Quentin Grimes. Maybe Embiid comes back earlier than thought. Whatever it might be, I have to be honest with you. Quentin Grimes could be a good fantasy asset for you. It's more than likely that he's going to be scoring more. He's going to be shooting the three ball more. He's going to get more touches more. Whatever it could be, again, when you're on a bad team and you get touches, you're going to be a good fantasy asset. That's Quentin Grimes. And to talk on the flip side of that, Lonnie Walker on the Sixers could be who's available, who could get you not near as Quentin Grimes, but close. I think the past game, he had a good point stand. He had some assists. He can score the ball well. He had another one 2 days ago that he did pretty decent as well. Lonnie Walker is somebody that is going to be more off and on than Quentin Grimes, but he's going to be somebody that can still get you somewhat of a point. So you look at the point side, you look at maybe the assist side, you look at the steal side. Lonnie Walker could be your guy just like Quentin Grimes, but this is more of a could be available, honestly. Up next, we have Miles McBride. Jalen Brunson is going to be out for 2 weeks. I think it's already been like a couple days. Miles McBride's been playing 30-plus minutes. He's on a New York Knicks team that has a Tom Thibodeau kind of standpoint where we're going to play you all 48 if we really want to. Look at Derrick Rose and the injury. Very sad to say. Miles McBride is going to play a lot, and if he's going to play for a team and be the guard for a team, there's a good chance that he's going to be able to score. He's going to be able to play close games. There's just great things with Miles McBride. He's proven that when Jalen Brunson's out, he can still perform and play very well. If Jalen Brunson's out, it's more than likely good for Miles McBride to be picked up and to be at least started for a couple of your leagues. He has great assist game. He has a great points game. He's efficient. It's a good player to pick up, and I think it's very valid if you would want to pick him up to possibly start him over some players that may have been a little lackluster because Miles McBride's going to get the minutes for you. Up next, we have Tre Jones. Talking about the Bulls and talking about players that got traded from the Spurs. Tre Jones has been looking great for the Bulls. And I don't know if it's because, players have been out for them, like Ayo Dosunmu. Really, that is. I'm just saying. But Tre Jones has been a key part of being able to score the ball for them. Now, when they made the trade for Tre Jones, obviously, I don't think they're thinking long-term with Tre Jones, but the contract's good enough where they could use him as a six-man for the future. Now, is that great to be a six-man of the Bulls? But I have to say that more than likely, Tre Jones is going to get some minutes more than other people on your teams. Tre Jones will get minutes for the Bulls. That's a Bulls team that has been clicking recently, but at the same time, it's going to be tanking and it's going to try to not be as great, let's say. And if you're getting minutes, you got to play them. Tre Jones can pass the ball very well. We've seen times where he's almost gotten triple doubles because he can somehow out-rebound these people at like 6'3". He can pass the ball very well. He can score the three ball. He's very efficient. Tre Jones is somebody that, in my opinion, if you're looking for a PRA standpoint, could be very good. Now, the rebounds this year, iffy, but his assist numbers are still very well. Up next, we have Quentin. This is the last one on here. I don't believe entirely that Quentin could be available in your league. This is more of a throw-up, but he is the definition of hot and cold. There's times where we have a stretch of, 50-point fantasy point games for people. Could be up to 38, whatever it might be. Just insane. And then there's times where he's getting 1 to 12 minutes. He is going to be hot and cold. It depends on how your league is. If he's in a lock-in league, I think it's very well. If you're in a, start every week type of thing, every game type of thing, Might not be as well. Cole Anthony, though, just moving forward, makes a ton of sense to be able to have in a points league, a lock-in league. He's going to score the ball, and he's shown recently he's going to be able to pass the ball and somewhat rebound the ball. His three-point game has been very excellent. He's been great on that standpoint. The thing is, the Magic needs scores, and when Cole Anthony is there and Cole Anthony can score the ball for you, they are doing wonders for this team. And if that is the case, I would pick up Cole Anthony. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.